Hi, hi, Unity family. Margaret Stiober here. Here to share some meditation with you. Hope you are doing well and being healthy. Um, Before I get started on doing meditation, I wanted us to kind of come together in a really supportive heart space. And the best way I know how to do that is if we could regulate our breathing together and come to a collaborative heart space. So if you would take one hand and place it on your heart, and as you place this hand on your heart, I'd like you to reflect on all the people and all the things that you are grateful for. And then take your other hand and place on your heart. And I want you to think about all the people that you love. All your people at the people at Unity, the people in your family, um, relatives, co-workers, neighbors, the people that have passed on, pets, and then put yourself in that list too as someone that you love, because only you know all the things that you've been to. So think about and be grateful for yourself for all that you've done. So I don't know when this meditation is going to go out, but the theme of this meditation is love. So I've got my red on, plus I'm freezing. So we're going to be talking a little bit about love. And I have a quote that goes with what we're going to be kind of talking about today. And this is a quote from John, and it's John 4:16, which you might know. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. I just find that so comforting. And maybe you already have it, maybe you have it on a plaque in your home, but I just really find comfort in that. I only have one quote today, because I wanted to just share just a little bit on why or what was the kind of thought process for putting together this meditation. I was taking a walk today, and it's cold, but the sun happened to be shining today. And I was walking with my dog, and I was looking around, and um, I thought to myself, what it must be like to be a bird, because it's cold outside. And I thought, now if I were a bird, where would I go? And I was looking at the pine trees, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'd live in a pine tree because there's more protection. And then I was looking at like the crooks, or like where the two branches come and there's a little space in between. I thought, well, maybe I'd go in there, and that would be some protection, because this Arctic wind has been blowing through and everything is so cold. And I was just really, for some reason, focused on birds. And then as I'm walking, all of a sudden I heard this beautiful bird song. And it was singing so beautifully. And I kept looking around like, where where's this coming from? Because honestly, there aren't a lot of birds out in the winter. And I live in a neighborhood with a lot of mature trees. So the birds have a lot of places to hide. And I looked it up, and I think it was a cardinal that was singing. Um, Excuse me, so dry. And and then I remembered that I had just watched the movie Mulan with my daughter. So not to go into that, but anyways, in the movie, there's like these scenes, and there's this bird that like swoops in, and I think it's a hawk, because it's kind of a scary bird a little bit in the movie. It's a really cute movie if you haven't seen it. And I was thinking about, I wonder what that bird was. Was that a hawk? Oh, wow, that was such a big bird. And then all of a sudden, I started hearing these hawk noises. And I thought, well, what? It was like I was in the Twilight Zone or something. And then I looked up and there was two hawks swirling around, like just right above me. And it was like, it was like they were kind of like, I don't know, like giving me a message. And I felt like for in that moment that somehow I was connected to the bird universe, like connected to God, connected to source. And I thought, oh, that felt so nice. And it was like the sky was blue, it was freezing. But like for that moment, I didn't notice how cold it was. And I thought that's probably what it's like for these animals because they're so connected to God that some of this other stuff doesn't bother them because they feel so much they're so connected to source. They're so deeply connected to it all. So that was kind of my thought process as I was putting together this meditation. So that's that. But anyways, so moving on. Um, Before we go into this meditation, if you could place a candle or have a candle nearby that you can look at, or during the meditation, we'll visualize a candle because there's something about looking at a candle that really helps with visualizing and going deeper within yourself. And it's a wonderful practice to just candle gaze when you have something that's on your mind. Um, I don't know exactly what happens, but that's why candles are always used in ceremonies and so forth, because it helps us with that connection to go within deep within ourselves. So, okay, enough talking. If you haven't already, I invite you to sit somewhere comfortable or to lay down. And I invite you to close your eyes. And then I invite everyone to take a deep breath in their nose and let it out slowly. And take another deep breath in and let it out slowly. And as you continue this slow, even breathing, I'd like you to visualize a root coming from your back, your tailbone, and coming down and going deep into the earth. And every breath in and every breath out is making that root go deeper and deeper. You just allow that root to grow and expand and get deeper and deeper into the earth until finally your root is in the center of the earth. Once your root is in the center of the earth, keep breathing deeply, easy in, easy out, and just pull your energy back up. You'll feel your energy coming back up the root, back up through the dirt, back up through the earth, back up to the floor, back up to your feet, and back to your body. So you're grounded to the earth. Now continue. Let's take another deep breath in, a slow breath out. Now, as you breathe in and breathe out slowly, we're going to ask Holy God, Yeshua, all the archangels, Mother Mary, to be with us as we go on this meditation journey. Be with us always, but especially as we're meditating. We're going to ask for their assistance and their guidance. And as we breathe in slowly, easy in, easy out, We're just going to allow that divine oxygen, that life-saving air that flows so easily to us, and it's always there. We're just going to breathe deeply in that oxygen, and we're going to slowly breathe it out. Easy in, easy out. And as we breathe in this oxygen, we start to relax. Our brain waves slow down. We go into more delta brain wave. We feel our face just slowly, slowly relaxing. We just move our head a little bit side to side, and it feels so good. It feels so calm, so relaxed. We feel this relaxation spread into our neck. So continue breathing slowly, easy in, easy out, and feel this relaxation come into your lungs. Feel your lungs fill up that beautiful oxygen and have it really slowly come out. And feel the relaxation spread into your shoulders, into your arms, into your fingertips. Now take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And feel the relaxation spread down your body, into your abdomen. Now feel your legs relax. Continue breathing slowly. Easy in, easy out. Feel that relaxation into your calves and into your feet. Feel your whole body just sink and rest and just feel so at peace. And know that you have the love of the Creator with you. You are grounded into the earth. You are divinely guided and protected. So if you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes. Now, with your mind's eye, I'd like you to visualize a candle. And if you want to keep your eyes open, you can, but I want you to picture a candle. And I want you to look at this candle. And I want you to watch as the flames seem to move around. It's almost like it's dancing. Just watch the flames. Now take a deep breath in, a slow breath out, and just watch this candle. Now take your hands and put it on your heart. Let's take another deep breath in, a slow breath out. And I'd like you to ask Yeshua, ask Jesus, that your heart be connected to Jesus's heart. Ask that your heart be so connected that you can hear so clearly what Jesus is trying to say to you. So just give you a couple moments with your hands on your heart. Breathe slowly in, slowly out, and just allow that flow, that energetic communication between your heart and Jesus's heart. Now, what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to ask Jesus a question. I'd like you to ask Jesus, Yeshua, Jesus, show me or help me to understand how much you love me. How do you show up for me? And I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Put your hands on your heart and let Yeshua speak directly to you. So let's take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And bring your focus back to that candle. Just watch the flames. Watch as it changes colors. Watch as it moves. I'd like you to put your hands back on your heart. And I'd like you to ask Jesus another question. I'd like you to say, Jesus, how can I bring you more into my life? And I know so many already are very closely working with Jesus. But there might be more ways we can bring Jesus into our lives. So I'd like you to just be still and pause and listen and see if Jesus sends you any messages. Hope you receive some messages. Now, I'd like you to look at the candle one last time. And as you look at the candle, I want you to really look to see if you see any shadows around the candle. Um, and if the shadows have any meaning. And just take in that candle and just let your eyes feast upon the candle. And now this time, I'd like us all to take a deep breath together again. And I'd like you to ask Jesus another question. Jesus, is there something more I can be doing with my life? Is there something that you think I could be doing? Do you have any thoughts or other plans or ideas for me? And take your time with this one a little bit because sometimes we don't know what we're going to receive. So let's all take a deep breath together again. Let out slowly. And then put your hands on your heart and then ask these questions. And I'll give you a couple minutes to see what you receive. Okay, let's all together take a deep breath in. Let out slowly. Oh, so it is time to come out of this meditation. So if you haven't already, I invite you to open your eyes. And if you have a candle lit, I invite you to keep gazing at your candle. And just know that you can do this practice whenever you want. The practice at candle gazing is a long honored tradition, and people have always found um, answers and help by gazing at fires. And I don't know why, but there is something to it. It's one of the elements, so it is important, and it's always used in ceremonies. So again, I don't know exactly why, but you can just have a candle and achieve that level of sacredness in your own home. And keep that invitation open with Jesus. I think um, Jesus is just waiting for us to reach out to him. So I hope you found this helpful. So and I think anytime we ask our heart to connect with Jesus, he will always be there for us. So um, again, I hope this was helpful, but let's completely come back in our bodies. So let's all together take a deep breath in, let out slowly. And let's kind of get our bodies moving again to bring our energies completely back into our physical form. So maybe just move your head from side to side, put your head up and down, move your shoulders, other side, stretch your arms out, give yourself a hug. Tell yourself you did a good job. You did some good self-love. We are in the month of love, the month of February. Um, so kind of move your arms, wiggle your fingers, stretch. The other side, put your hands on your hips, and if you can, move your hips. Uh, Pat your hands on your thighs, stomp your feet, and you should be completely back into your body. So I hope you found this helpful. Have a wonderful month of February, the month of love. Stay warm, and see you next time. Bye-bye.